Skol, Vikings Nation. Are you ready to feel the purple pride surge through your veins? Kay Adams just dropped a bombshell on her Up and Adams show, predicting our Minnesota Vikings will hoist the Lombardi Trophy in 2025. Yeah, you heard that right. Super Bowl champs. But with all the noise about J.J. McCarthy's inexperience, can our stacked roster really carry us to glory? Let's unpack this electrifying prediction and why the national media is sleeping on our squad. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. Kay Adams, one of the sharpest voices in NFL media, isn't just throwing out hot takes for clicks. She's all in on the Vikings, saying, "I think they will win the Super Bowl." Her confidence comes from meeting J.J. McCarthy at the NFLPA Classic in Mayakoba, where his charisma and winner's vibe won her over. Even veterans like Harrison Smith are hyping up our young QB, and that's got fans like us buzzing. But is this bold call legit, or are we getting ahead of ourselves? Here's the deal. The Vikings are built to dominate. General Manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah has crafted one of the NFL's deepest rosters, with elite weapons like Justin Jefferson, a rock-solid offensive line, and a defense that led the league in interceptions last year. So, why are analysts like Colin Cowherd picking us to finish last in the NFC North? Stick with me as we break down why the Vikings are ready to shock the world in 2025. What do you think? Can we prove the haters wrong? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about the heart of this hype, J.J. McCarthy. Our 2024 first-round pick, selected 10th overall, missed his entire rookie season with a torn meniscus, and that's got skeptics questioning if he's ready to lead. But hold up. Kay Adams met JJ in person and said, "You are a winner." That's not just fluff. It's a testament to the kid's mentality. So what makes McCarthy the X factor for our Super Bowl dreams? McCarthy's not your average sophomore QB. At Michigan, he led the Wolverines to a national championship, showing poise under pressure. His arm talent is electric. Reports from the NFL Combine clocked his throws at 61 miles per hour. Teammates like T.J. Hawkinson rave about his zip, comparing his passes to Matthew Stafford's. Plus, with Kevin O'Connell's genius play calling, JJ's stepping into a system designed to make him shine. But can he handle the NFL speed? That's the million-dollar question. The good news? McCarthy's rehab is on track. He told Newsweek he feels 110% and better than before his injury. With a full offseason to prep, he's ready to silence doubters. Vikings Nation, are you buying the JJ hype? Or do you think we need a veteran backup just in case? Let's hear your take in the comments, because this QB debate is heating up. Now, let's zoom out and look at this roster, because Vikings fans were loaded. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah didn't just build a team, he built a juggernaut. From Justin Jefferson's gravity-defying catches to Aaron Jones's 1,138-yard rushing season, our offense is a nightmare for defenses. But can this star-studded lineup make Kay Adams's Super Bowl prediction a reality? Our offensive line, one of the NFL's priciest, gave up pressure on just 37.9% of Sam Darnold's dropbacks last year, per PFF. That's huge for a young QB like McCarthy, who needs time to cook. Add in Jordan Addison's deep threat ability and T.J. Hawkinson's return from injury, and we've got weapons galore. On defense, Brian Flores's unit is a turnover machine, with 2024's league-leading interception total. But here's the catch. Key secondary players like Stephon Gilmore and Cameron Bynum are free agents. Will we keep the band together? The national media is sleeping on us, with some saying our 8.5 win Vegas over-under is generous. But with a coach like O'Connell, who just won NFL Coach of the Year, and a roster this deep, we're built to prove them wrong. What's the one player you think will define our 2025 season? Drop it in the comments, Skol fans. Let's address the elephant in the room. The NFC North is a gauntlet. The Lions, Packers, and Bears are all gunning for the crown, and analysts like Colin Cowherd are betting against us, predicting a fourth-place finish. So, why is Kay Adams so confident in our Vikings, and what do we need to do to dominate this brutal division? Cowherd's skepticism stems from McCarthy's lack of NFL reps, comparing him to Jackson Dart instead of Jaden Daniels. But Adams sees what we see, a roster that's quarterback-proof. With an elite coaching staff and a defense that thrives under pressure, we don't need JJ to be Patrick Mahomes right away. If he can manage games and let our playmakers do the heavy lifting, we're golden. Plus, our 2024 season showed we can hang with the best, going 14-3 despite losing McCarthy early. The challenge? Our 2025 schedule is brutal, with matchups against pass-rushing monsters like the Steelers, Eagles, and Cowboys. Protecting JJ will be critical. Vikings Nation, how do you think we stack up against our NFC North rivals? Are we winning the division, or is it Super Bowl or bust? Hit the comments with your predictions. K. Adams isn't the only one drinking the Vikings Kool-Aid. Posts on X are buzzing with fans saying, if JJ McCarthy is who we think he is, the Vikings have a legitimate shot at the Super Bowl. But what's fueling this fanbase frenzy, and how does it tie into our 2025 outlook? The excitement starts with our roster's depth. As The Athletic noted, the Vikings' improved depth across the board makes us a tough out. We've got young studs like Dallas Turner on defense and new draft picks like Donovan Jackson bolstering the O-line. Fans are also hyped about O'Connell's ability to scheme around a young QB, with some calling him a future Hall of Fame coach. But the pressure's on, McCarthy's gotta deliver, or the what-if questions about letting Sam Darnold walk will haunt us. This fan energy is contagious, but it's not just blind homerism. Our 2024 season proved we can win big, even with a bridge QB. So, Skull Nation, what's got you most excited for 2025? Is it JJ's potential, our stacked roster, or something else? Share your hype in the comments, and let's keep this purple fire burning. Let's rewind to 2024 for a second, because that season set the stage for our Super Bowl dreams. Despite losing McCarthy to a preseason injury, the Vikings went 14-3, with Sam Darnold throwing for 4,319 yards and 35 touchdowns. So why are we moving on from a Pro Bowl QB and betting it all on JJ? Darnold was a revelation, no doubt, but his late-season struggles, especially in the playoff loss to the Rams, showed his ceiling. The Vikings' long-term plan was always McCarthy, a guy they traded up to draft and see as the next Dante Culpepper. As VikingsTerritory.com pointed out, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah's strategy mirrors the Chiefs' model. Pair a cheap, talented rookie QB with a loaded roster to maximize cap space. It's a bold gamble, but one that could pay off big. Still, some fans wonder if letting Darnold sign with Seattle was a mistake. With Sam Howell as our backup, we're all in on JJ Skull fans. Do you trust the front office's vision? Or would you have kept Darnold for another year? Drop your hot takes in the comments. Now, let's talk schedule. The Vikings' 2025 slate is no joke, with THeavyKingGauge.com calling it one of the NFL's toughest. We're facing NFC East heavyweights, AFC North bruisers, and our own NFC North rivals. So, how do we navigate this gauntlet and make K. Adams's prediction come true? Week 1 kicks off with a primetime showdown against the Lions at home. Talk about a statement game. We've also got road trips to face the Steelers in Dublin and the Browns in London, plus a late-season clash with the defending champion Eagles. SI.com reports we'll need our O-line to keep McCarthy upright against top pass-rushing teams. If we can split our divisional games and steal a few on the road, we're in playoff contention. The key will be momentum. Our 2024 team started hot, and we'll need that same fire to survive this schedule. Vikings Nation, which game are you circling as a must-win? And can we go 10-7 or better? Let's debate it in the comments. Let's zoom in on Kevin O'Connell, the mastermind behind our 2024 turnaround and the guy tasked with unlocking JJ McCarthy's potential. KOC's NFL Coach of the Year award wasn't a fluke, he's a QB whisperer. But can he turn JJ into a star right out of the gate? O'Connell's track record speaks for itself. He took a journeyman like Darnold and made him a Pro Bowler, scheming open receivers and keeping defenses guessing. NFL.com quotes McCarthy praising KOC's great mind of the game, and you can see why. His play designs maximize our weapons like Jefferson and Addison, but with a rookie QB, KOC will need to balance aggression with patience. If he can keep JJ confident, we're cooking. The fanbase loves KOC, with X-posts calling him the key to our Super Bowl hopes. So, Skull Nation, what's one thing you want to see from O'Connell's game plan in 2025? More deep shots? Run heavy sets? Hit the comments with your ideas. We can't talk Vikings without shouting out our defense, led by Brian Flores. In 2024, we led the NFL in interceptions with guys like Byron Murphy Jr. and Cameron Bynum balling out. But with free agency looming, can our D stay elite and carry us to the Super Bowl? Flores's aggressive scheme is perfect for our playmakers. Yardbarker.com highlights young edge rusher Dallas Turner as a breakout candidate. And new additions like Isaiah Rodgers could fill gaps if veterans like Stephon Gilmore leave. But losing key pieces like Harrison Smith, who's nearing retirement, could hurt. Kwesi's got $59 million in cap space to plug holes, per Yahoo Sports, so expect some splashy signings. Our defense will face monsters like Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts in 2025, so staying disruptive is crucial. Vikings fans, who's your defensive MVP for next season? And do we need to trade for a star like Jalen Ramsey, as some suggest? Let's talk it out in the comments. Alright, Skull Nation, we've broken down K. Adams's bold Super Bowl prediction, J.J. McCarthy's potential, and our stacked roster. The Vikings are poised to shock the NFL in 2025, but it all comes down to execution. So, let's wrap this up with a battle cry. Are we ready to run through walls for this team? K. Adams sees what we see. A squad with no weaknesses, a QB with limitless upside, and a coach who's a step ahead of everyone else. The haters can keep doubting, but we're built for greatness. Whether it's JJ slinging TDs to Jefferson or our defense shutting down opponents, the Vikings are coming for that Super Bowl. Mark my words. 2025 is our year. Vikings Nation, I need you to bring the energy. Smash that like button if you believe in our Super Bowl dreams. Drop your bold predictions in the comments, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest Vikings news. Share this video with every Skull fan you know, because we're building a purple army. Skull Vikings, let's go win it all.